What's up, Internet? This is Rambling Josh, and you're watching another episode of Let's Play Starcraft 2. Since last time, we've got some research that has become available to us, so let's make some choices. Let's start with the Zerg. We can choose between a new unit built out of the factory, called the Predator, or a transport, known as the Hercules. Now, we do get other transport units available, namely the medevac, and we also get other units that do AoE damage, namely the fire bat or siege tanks. But the fact of the matter is, neither of them are particularly useful, but the Predator is something I'm never going to use, whereas the Hercules is something that I'm going to use at least in one mission. So I'm going to take that. Over on the Protoss side of things, we can choose between mining out of our refineries 25% faster, or building supply depots instantly. Both of them just kind of save you a little bit of time, but I think getting gas faster is definitely way more useful. So yeah. And now that's done, we're gonna head on to the next mission here.
Allies, and we made our way to the forbidden archive world of Zakul. There, a triumvirate of mystic preservers awaited us, and in the shadows, something else was watching and waiting.
The interesting thing about these Zeratul missions is they don't actually give you any money, but they give you a lot of research. So that's kind of nice to make up the difference.
Zeratul, old buddy, you got your mysterious prophecy. Now let's see what your preserver's made of it.
My quest to decipher the prophecy took me to the forbidden archive world of Zakul. Here, 3 immortal preservers guarded ancient knowledge.
Let's get us some of that knowledge.
Only they could transcribe the prophetic fragments. I needed to seek them out quickly.
Well, let's do that then. Or at least watch a memory of that happening. Now on this mission, we get a glimpse at how Protoss structures work, and how their bases build and all that stuff.
It is strangely silent here, yet these structures are intact. With power, they would be functional.
Well, let's fix that then. We don't really get into any of the super specific stuff that Protoss can do, but we kind of learn how they work, at least, so it's interesting in that regard. So these are probes, and they're basically the Protoss equivalent of SCVs. So we want to get those mining, and we want to build some pylons, which are kind of like supply depots, except they provide power to surrounding buildings. And the interesting thing about Protoss buildings is rather than being built the same way Terran buildings do, they're warped in. So it's just a one-time thing. You just say, oh, I want to warp this in here, and then your probe can go back to work.
The mighty spirits of the preservers are imprisoned close by. We must find them.
First thing I want to do is lay down a couple more photon cannons here for defense. And those are generated, you build those, you need a forge to build them. So here we got our gateway, which is the equivalent of the Protoss barracks. Or, it's the Protoss's equivalent of the barracks, I should say. Start building a zealot, which is the most basic Protoss unit.
There are many abandoned structures in this place that we can make use of. They merely need their power restored by the construction of a few well-placed pylons.
Placed down an assimilator, which is basically a refinery. It lets us gather Vespene gas.
The preservers you seek serve a higher power now, Dark One.
And here we have an enemy stalker. which we killed handily with our cannons.
Higher power? What could have corrupted these Protoss so? Truly, something foul has taken hold of this sacred place.
Now, the interesting thing about the Protoss is that their buildings, or their units rather, tend to be more expensive and take a little bit longer to build than than the other races, but they also tend to be very powerful. What's all this now? It's one of them funky energy bridges. What is that?
A Protoss and Zerg hybrid.
Oh,
Gods, an abomination. Who created this atrocity?
Come, my slaves. The time has come to give me your strength.
I guess he's absorbing the power of the preservers. That can't be very good. Now, the interesting thing to note about zealots is that these zealots and stalkers too, they come with upgrades that normally they wouldn't have by default in, say, multiplayer. Namely, these zealots have charge, which lets them charge at their enemies, so they don't spend so long having to chase them down. The stalkers have blink. Those aren't something that come by default.
This knowledge is forbidden.
So I'm gonna plop down another pylon here for some supply. Let's start ground weapons level 1 research. And here we have our little friend, the Mar the Hybrid, heading towards our base. The interesting thing about charge is it actually also increases the movement speed of your zealots. You can see it's in yellow, and that means that it's being increased. Now I'm going to build myself a second gateway. Now I want to engage this guy in range of my pylon or my cannons, but okay, well, the ideal would be to have my zealots taking the damage, but I guess he's decided he will focus down the cannons in parallel rather than focusing on one. So basically he did a... Stop talking.
The hybrid is draining the preservers to survive. I must free them before it is too late.
Basically, he did exactly enough damage to deplete the shields of both cannons, but not do any damage to either of them. So that's good.
Your lives are forfeit. Surrender to despair.
So I'm gonna put a couple of probes on this gas. Now, oh, I need some more pylons. Oh, that's the nexus, not the probe. At this point I'm going to start building stalkers. Enemy stalker from that direction. It's just a decoy though, because we know this guy is going in this direction. In general, you want to have a bunch of zealots to kind of soak up damage, but stalkers are generally better for just kind of straight up dealing damage. We got a nice surround there with our zealots.
Your doom is only delayed.
You must place that in a power field.
I am here in the shadows.
I'll build a couple more cannons. Get our probes back to work. Let's get Protoss shields level 1.
Your existence ends.
How many do I have? Yeah, that's probably good. So typically we want the Zealots in front and the Stalkers in back. Although it's a little tricky because Stalkers are actually faster than Zealots. Build another gateway here. Let's build a couple pylons. So we know he's going this way. We want to try and engage within the range of our cannons though, so that the cannons can help us out. Zealots in front. Get back there, you stupid staffers. And now we got a pretty good force up.
Merely a temporary setback. Come, my slaves. The time has come to give me your strength.
A dark shrine. Once power is restored, it could be of great value to us.
So we want to build a pylon next to that dark shrine.
Some secrets must remain hidden.
Okay, did a little damage to this base down here, but we want to get back to our base so we can protect against Mar again.
Zeratul, truly fate has sent you here.
And for powering that dark shrine, we get a couple of Dark
Join me,
Templar.
brothers, and we shall cleanse this place of evil.
So let's use those to wreak some havoc on this base.
Command us.
You can do a lot more with these Dark Templars on normal mode than you could on harder difficulties, because on normal mode you don't have a whole lot by way of detectors to have to worry about. And this guy gets a little bit stronger as time goes on. You can see he got a new ability there. Start attacking down that way.
Destroy me. I shall rise again.
Build some pylons for some supply. Get some stalkers queued up. And I want to build another pylon over there by the robotics facility. See what we got down here.
A robotics facility. This structure may prove useful to us.
Oblivion comes. None shall stand.
Okay, let's withdraw once again
This
back to our
Templar
base.
archive lies abandoned.
And I kind of got most of my zealots killed in that last foray, so what are you doing over there? I want to build a round of zealots at this point. I want to be careful with these High Templars, since this guy he's a detector, so he can see stuff. Okay, so powering that up, we got an immortal.
Thanks, mighty one.
So we want to add that immortal to our army. Meanwhile, down here we can continue killing stuff.
I go to gather my strength.
So let's attack this base once again. Bring this probe down here to power this Templar archive.
I bask in the twilight.
Oh jeez, looks like we found a stalker. That's unfortunate.
Cease your foolish struggle. There is no hope.
We can kill stuff pretty fast at this point, so I might as well just keep killing some stuff and Take a little bit of extra time before withdrawing this time around. Oh jeez, I don't want to do that. Well, let's move this way, and we can bring our force this way.
Enjoy your fleeting victory. This is not over.
Let's bring these guys down. Did I kill everything up there?
Some secrets must remain hidden.
Okay, well I'm done with that base. Send another probe over here to power that. And then let's build a few more pylons up here. Geez, lots of overlapping pylons is a really great way to put a strain on your graphics. The heck? I guess I never killed that stalker, did I? Okay, well, it's all good. Get my stalkers down here.
Our liberation is at hand.
This is a High Templar.
Ready yourself, noble warrior. We confront a terrible evil this day.
Your existence ends this day.
And we're just about done here. Built another round of zealots this time around, since my zealot numbers are getting low again. And we're here, so we might as well start pushing across the bridge. Kill their production facilities.
The spirits of the preservers are entombed within. We must break them open immediately.
If we kill pylons, we can unpower their buildings, so that even the production facilities are alive, we can, they're unable to use them. I'll continue killing this base, since there's an achievement for that. Where's my High Templar at? High Templar can use an ability called Psionic Storm, which does that. It's an AoE ability. Okay, well that's all dead. So let's kill the remaining Preserver tombs here. You can control Stalkers basically the exact same way you control Marines. And he just kind of auto-dies when you kill all the Preservers.
We have seen the prophetic fragments in your mind, Zeratul. We will make of them what we can. The cycle shall draw to its end. The Zelnaga who forged the stars will transcend their creation. Yet the Fallen One shall remain, destined to cover the void in shadow. It begins with the Great Hunger.
Who's that?
It ends in utter darkness.
Well, that doesn't sound good at all.
A Great Hungerer. Could it refer to the Zerg Overmind? It has a part to play in this prophecy. I must seek out the Overmind's final resting place, our ancient homeworld of Ire.
And the Overmind is who originally controlled the Zerg before Kerrigan came around. In fact, the Overmind created Kerrigan. And with that, I leave you here for today on Let's Play Starcraft 2. Catch you later.